2018 season is here. Hope you guys had a good off season. Remember, football never ends, it just restarts. So we're going to look at some scrimmage games from last week. Some of these involve 7-man crews. They were part of the advanced camp. And some of these clips are just going to involve 6-man, or crew of 6. So let's get started. The first one we want to look at kind of here on the perimeter. This receiver, hold here, or not a hold. I think they wanted a hold. I don't think you got it there. He's got, especially right here, we got good positioning. The feet are in between the defender and the blocker. You know, he's pushing. I don't see much grabbing restriction. Not to mention, we had the tackle made right there. So obviously, we would want to pass on the kind of holding there. This one's a little bit different. You're going to see right there a good kind of jersey grab, and he's actually going to control him. And he controls him out of the way of the block. So it's right there, the point of attack. The feet are not good. Well, they're good for right now. But when he starts to get away, he's got that grab with his jersey right there. See the guy trying to get away and he can't. And he misses right there, the point of attack, and he misses out on the block there. So that's one we would want to call. We'll look about top of your screen. You can see the huddle note there. This is too high for comfort. Looks like the top looks like the crown of his helmet pops him right there in the chin. A little bit of whiplash there. This is one of those situations where I know some coaches are going to say he's just a guy going hard after a play. And I understand that. Like I would say with all that, if this player wraps up, it takes some of the judgment off. If he just comes in here and wraps up, a good wrap-up tackle, and then I think we take some of the judgment off. When he doesn't wrap up, he just kind of lays a blow right here. Now we got a decision to make. Mostly we're going to err on the side of caution. What we should have done here, this should have been a targeting. And we just kind of need to, like I said, just wrap up. Maybe bring your aim a little lower, wrap up there, and it kind of takes any kind of judgment and burden off of us. We'll watch this. This is going to seem a little ticky-tacky, but there is some deception to the defense when teams do this. All the linemen are going down. At the same time they're going down, then this wing back goes in motion. That's a foul. We got to call that. It's too many men in motion. Knock this out early in the season, and hopefully we won't have to worry about it. I know, like I said, I know it seems ticky-tacky, but it is somewhat deceptive. So, you know, we can knock this out early, and it won't be an issue the rest of the season. This is a fun one. We call that unsportsmanlike, a little bit of taunting there. Remember, you know, we're not going to flag them where it happens and then negate the touchdown. Touchdown still happens. Touchdown's still good. We would just assess it from the try of the kickoff. I think a few years ago, we would take away the touchdown. But this year, you know, with that rule change, I think it was a few years ago, touchdown is going to count. We just assess it on the try of the kickoff. We just, you know, kind of showboating like this. You know, we don't go for that in the high school game. this is a play where, in and of itself, we do not have a foul. That's one of those what-if fouls. So let's watch this guy particularly when he goes to a knee to get another call from the sideline. When teams go down to a knee like this, we want to be a little more methodical. Now, this, like I said, this in and of itself, not a foul. But you can see the guy across from him start to flinch. If that defender came across the line with the guy doing that, then we would flag that. And the reason is, like I said, this just needs to be a little more methodical. See, he kind of jumps, and I think this other guard does it too. See, they kind of jump forward a little bit, and then they go down to the knee. That's what we don't want. Be a little more methodical, a little more smooth, kind of go straight to a knee there. Again, this little jump, you know, a defense can see that as starting to come across. Again, that in and of itself, not a foul. If the defender had come across the line after he did that in a reasonable amount of time, like immediately, then we would probably want to flag that. They just need to be a little more methodical, like I said, when they go down to a knee. So, we did some work in the offseason to kind of clarify blocking below the waist in the free blocking zone. I'm going to try and do a video in the next couple of weeks just on that. It's a short 5-minute video just on blocking below the waist in the free blocking zone. But let's watch this guy on the end right here. Remember, shotgun. That needs to be an immediate down. He needs to go down immediately. You can see he kind of comes up, takes a step, and then goes low. In a shotgun formation, it's got to be pretty much immediate with the snap. That's not, can't take a step or two and then go down. This next one is a little, as you can see in this video, it's better. It's more straight at the snap. I mean, there's a slight delay, but it's not that up and step or two forward like you saw with the other one. This one's a little more at the snap. He's coming straight out. That's something we would allow. That block is fine. We just want that kind of coming up, step or two, and then go down in a shotgun. A few years ago when they came out with the new helmet off rule and all, here you see this guy, this player, his helmet comes off, and he continues on the block. Remember, anyone other than the runner, that helmet comes off, they can stay on as long as they stay on that block, they can continue to participate. What he couldn't do is come off that block. For instance, say now the guy's down, he then can't go try to make a tackle, go try to block someone else. So he can stay on the block like he does here, and that's fine. Now remember, if the helmet comes off of a runner, we need to kill it immediately. Alright, let's look at some blindside blocks. Remember our criteria. The defender can't see it coming, blocker can't use open hands, and a forceful contact. I think that meets all three criteria. All three criteria have to be met in order for it to be a blindside block. You can see it kind of gearing up right now. He's coming in. Look at another one. This one, this is one of the games run with a 7-person crew. So let's look at our keys from the perspective of a crew of 7. You got double-double, so your back judge keying off here. Your field judge would be right here. Remember, back judge, double, double, back judge always has line judge side. So your line judge is this guy, side judge is this player, and line judge is this player. One of these is going to commit a blindside block. It's going to be right here. Again, it's not much, but that meets all three criteria. This defender, the defender does not see it coming. Blocker does not use open hands. You see he lays his shoulder in there, and it's a forceful contact. So if we go back and we look at who's key, that's going to be the side judge's key, and it stays side judge's key. It never moves off. So that would have been the call made by the side judge. Right here. Again, all three criteria are met. You know, whether I know it's a touchback, ball out of the end zone, whatever, it doesn't matter. Still got a blindside block. I mean, it doesn't matter whether you knew it was in the end zone or not. You still can't blindside block. Look at these two receivers at the top of the screen. And then let's watch the play as it develops. This play was called back because it was said that these both are on the line of scrimmage. It's one of those things, technically, yes, they are. Because his shoulder, it appears that his shoulders are breaking the plane of the centers. But you got 1 yard separation. You got a clear stagger. This is just an issue of being too technical. We don't want to be too technical on this. We want to make this legal. If they're clearly staggered, then it's no deception to the defense. I don't think the defense is fooled here. You have a clear stagger. You got about a yard. So this is an instance of just being too technical. You know, make this legal. Maybe after this play, tell this inside guy, hey, back it up a little bit. But there's no deception going on here. No unfair act. So we probably would not call this back. Another thing to look at this play when we're talking about crew of 7. Back judge, a play like this, you know, you want to just stay on that goal line. Yeah, kind of field awareness, know where you are, get to the goal line, stop, and then you would stay on the goal line. And then back judge, field judge would mirror each other touchdown signal. Here we're going to have the rarely called face mask against a runner. We're going to face mask that right there. A little ticky-tacky. Let's let that go. Close-up view's a little bit better. Yeah, that's just a stiff arm. Hand kind of lingers. You know, he doesn't, I mean, there's a little bit of a grab. There's not a grab and jerk. If we're going to call a face mask on a runner against the runner, let's make it 15 and let's make it clear. You know, a clearly grab, you see the head pull and all that. Second thing to look at on this play, this defender right here, let's tell these guys to keep those face up. He's going to come in, kind of dip the head. Running back dips his head too, but the defender dips his head first. A little bit of helmet to helmet there. Let's make sure we're talking to these players and tell them, keep your head up and kind of lower your target point. Because this is how people get hurt. So keep your head up, you know, put your face in their chest like we were taught 20 years ago. Just get these kids to keep their heads up. Just want to look at the positioning. Again, we're a crew of 7. Back judge, you always want to either be on the goal line or on the end line. If you're deep from the goal line, we're always on the end line. So there's no hanging out in the middle of the end zone right here. Either on the goal line or you're on the end line. In this situation, we want toes on the goal line. And then our last one, just a friendly reminder, the mechanics changed this year. All backward forward is going to be called solely on the wing. See the referee gives a signal there. Remember, this is the wing's call now. I know preseason mechanics change, it's easy to get it mixed up. Now, if your wings give you a deer in the headlights look, yeah, go ahead and punch the back, or forward or back, whatever you got. But let's try to keep this primarily the wings call. Like I said, I know, new mechanic, preseason, we all forget things. So, just a friendly reminder. Alright. Good luck. Real games start this week. Good luck this season, and we will see you back here next week.